time, and I'm gonna keep this to beauty favorites. I was gonna make this a bit more of a general favorites, but then I realized that the video would be about 5 hours long. So we're just gonna do beauty favorites for today. I realized in my last video that I didn't mention, I'm starting to experiment a little bit more with a bit more fashion kind of content on my Instagram mainly, but also on my YouTube, but it's going to be more on my YouTube shorts just until I can kind of figure out the longer form videos. So if you have any kind of fashion content that you would love to see from me, then please do let me know, because yes, it's new to me, so I'm kind of figuring it all out. Because I realised I was sitting on it, we're going to start with this, and this is the Swede Mascara Pro Lash Lift, and I've got this in the shade black, but I am going to get this in the shade brown because I've gotten super into like your colours, and for me apparently brown mascara would actually look better, but I'm scared to let the black mascara go. So yes, I am going to try this in brown and let you know how that goes. This mascara is gorgeous. I talked about it in my video last week, so I'll have it linked up here where I go into a little bit more detail, but absolutely just a 10 out of 10 mascara, which is very difficult to find. Sticking with makeup theme, and this is the E.l.f. Sheer Slick Golden Pear transparent kind of tinted lip balmy lipstick thing. I actually got sent this when I did a collaboration with the lovely Rebecca, who I will have a link down in the description, but I think it's easier than having cards everywhere. And we did a collaboration where I basically bought her a full face of makeup, she did the same for me, and she got this for me. And at the time, like, I absolutely loved it, and then I just fell out of the habit of using it. Sheer, but still like that little kiss of colour kind of a lipstick, and I have loved it as we kind of getting more into spring, into summer, and just things are kind of, I don't know, brightening up a little bit. I have absolutely loved wearing this, and I love the fact that yeah, you can just whack it on. It's basically a tinted lip balm. It feels so comfortable on the lips, and like I say, it's just enough of a colour to be something without being like, I'm wearing lipstick, which I just find that's a bit much during the day for me personally. A skincare favourite, and this is something that I actually spoke about ages and ages and ages ago on my channel, and it is the Atypical Face Oil, and this is a personalised skincare product. So you go onto their website, you put in all your bits, and then they will send you a face oil that is catered specifically for you, which I just think is amazing. And they're a gorgeous little female-owned small little business, and I do actually have a code for them, so I'll put it up on the screen here. I'll also have it all linked down in the description bar. I used this loads when I first got it, and then I just kind of fell out of the habit. I think I was just trying other things, and you know how it is. And then I just went back to it because I was finding that my skin was just getting really dehydrated, and I was like, meh. I think the retinol that I'm using is quite strong, and my skin needed a bit of extra loving. So I started using this again, and as you can see, I've been using it rather a lot. So yes, I'm gonna have to order another one of these. Ever since I've been using it, my skin has been so happy and nourished, and it's one of those things where you're like, why did I stop using this? I wouldn't have had those problems in the first place. Next up is a powder and brush combo. I got these in like a little kit thing, and it's the Rodial glass powder and then the Spectrum A04 brush. Again, I talked about this in my everyday makeup routine last week, so I won't dwell on them, but gorgeous powder, gorgeous brush. I love using them together. This powder and then some bronzer and blush is all that I've got on my skin at the moment, and I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. I love my moisturisers. I'm always searching for new ones and trying different things. And this one is actually just by Tesco, and it is their Extracts Aloe Vera Body Lotion, and it is gorgeous. If you're not wanting to use Vaseline products because they're not cruelty-free, but they're also just really expensive, I personally think, for what they are, then this is a great alternative and super affordable, lovely to use. It's not like the most moisturising in the entire world, but I find just for a daily moisturiser, this is perfect. A slightly random one, but these are the hand and body wash and then the hand and body lotion from UpCircle. Now again, I do have a code for these guys, so I'll have it all linked down in the description bar, but these have ruined me and my husband for all other hand washes and hand creams, so thanks for that, UpCircle. These just smell and feel so luxurious to use, and I love the bottles. I am very, very, very into this shade of green, and I find it just super lovely to have around the home. It's super calming and it just looks gorgeous. They also smell absolutely insane. They smell so good. Next up we have a little and we have a large. I have extremely thick hair. It's slightly ridiculous actually. And so for ages I've been buying cheap hairbrushes and then quite frankly getting annoyed when they either, you know, all the little bobbly bits fall off and they scratch your head, or they don't actually get through your hair, or they damage your hair. And then I finally just bit the bullet and actually invested in two really, really good quality ones. So the first one I've got is this Denman brush, and it's just one of these paddle brushes with the little bristles, and then, yeah, I don't know, I won't show you up close because my hair in it, but I bought this one basically just to actually be able to fully get through my hair, and it does such a good job. And what I love about this one, because it's got the longer bristles and then the shorter ones, it really gets every hair. So if you are straightening your hair or curling your hair and you really want to make sure that all of the hairs are running flat before you put the straightener on it, then this is absolutely perfect. So yes, it is an investment, it is expensive, but it's also really good, so you know, fair cop. And then I wanted to get a little mini handbag sized hairbrush, and this one is by Kent, who are actually a British brand. I know there's been quite a resurgence in focusing on British made goods recently, and I absolutely love it. I think we have such a legacy of craftsmanship in this country, and I think to lose that would be really, really sad. So I'm so happy that it's kind of having a bit of a moment. And yeah, this is just, I mean, basically the same brush but in miniature, but it's wooden, which just feels lovely, and it just feels really, really nice to have a little bit of luxury in my handbag. I don't know, I know it's just a hairbrush, but again, I wanted a little hairbrush that would actually do something. Whilst we're on the subject of hair, I do have to mention my Silkenberry silk hair sausage, and obviously I have not used it today, but I have actually really enjoyed using this. I think when I first started using it, I was a little bit unsure of whether this would actually come into my routine. I don't use it like all the time, just because I actually quite like having my hair a little bit more simple, but when I do want to get that way through it, particularly on day 3 hair, and for me day 3 is always the day where I'm like, I don't know what to do with you. So this has been absolutely perfect, because obviously when your hair's like a little bit dirtier, it kind of holds things a little bit better, and this just makes that hair, like day 3 hair, look really, really good rather than looking like it's day 3 hair. So yes, I do think these are worth the money. It's also just really cute. Look at it, it comes in its own little pouch and everything. But I mean, these, who does these up? I mean, seriously, who's got that kind of time? A couple more makeup-y bits, and this is the brow combo. Ooh, nearly throwing it over my shoulder. This is the brow combo that I have kind of gone back to using in a way, and it's the NYX Lift and Snatch Professional Makeup Brow Tint Pen. I have this in the shade Blonde, and then I've been using the E.l.f. Brow Gel, and I have this in the shade Neutral Brown, which is a true neutral brown, by the way. Most neutral browns go warm, and you're like, this is not neutral. But I found the combination of these two just gives a slightly more natural looking brow. I think I completely flip-flop between wanting quite a strong, clearly done brow, and then other times being like, oh, have you got stuff in your brows, or have you just got really good eyebrows? That's where I'm leaning at the moment. I think whenever we get into spring, I always want my makeup just to be a little bit lighter. I don't know, I think everybody does that, but anyway, this combo has been fabulous. Takes a little bit of time with the pen, but worth it. This will probably go down as one of my all-time favourites of all time ever. If Aldi ever stops making this, I will cry. This is the Lakira Pawpaw Macadamia Nut Oil Multi-Purpose Soothing Ointment, and it is the kind of knockoff of the Dr. Pawpaw. Same product, but this is better. I actually genuinely think this is better than the original, and the only problem is that it comes in this tiny tube, which is kind of good because it's easy for just, you know, throwing in your bag and everything, but at the same time you do get through it quite quickly, but then it's also really cheap, so you know, it's all fine. But I adore this. If you suffer from any like really dry patches, get yourself on this. It is just absolutely lovely. It is a really heavy ointmenty style moisturizer, but it sinks in really, really fast, so you're not left feeling greasy, because I hate that feeling. Now, having just said I hate that feeling, this next product is a slight exception to the rule. it is a body scrub, and I actually got this from Home Bargains, so it was very, very cheap, and it's the Dead Sea Collection Almond Vanilla Mineral Salt Scrub. Now, I don't know if I'll buy this exact one again, just because it does have mineral oil in it, so I'm a little bit like, nah, we don't know where you've gotten that oil from, but it's more the kind of product this is that has really, I don't know, piqued my interest, because it's a salt scrub, but then it's in like a really oily based kind of thing. So when you put it on, your skin is left kind of with this covering of moisturizer effectively. So you get out of the shower, dry yourself off, and then I find I do not need to put any body moisturizer on because this has done the job already. So for a scrub to be this moisturizing, I just think is really interesting. So like I say, I don't know if I'll get this one again, even though it is really nice. I do really like it. But I'm going to try and find a slightly more, just one where I can trace the ethics of it a little bit better. I just think the kind of product this is gorgeous. Last but very much not least, this is the Garnier Ultimate Blends Glowing Lengths Hair Food Pineapple blah blah blah. It's kind of a 3-in-1 product, but I just use it as a hair mask. This is the smell of this. I cannot explain it to you. It smells so good. This is something that I started using because I noticed I'm trying to grow my hair out, and there is colour, there is bleaching in the ends of it, and I do use heat on my hair, but only every like 3 days I try to, but it's quite extreme heat. So I was just noticing it was just getting a bit dry, and I was like, right, I need a hair mask, but didn't have loads of money to spend, so I found this, and it is gorgeous. It is just a really easy to use hair mask. It's lasting me ages, and I use this pretty much every time I wash my hair. So yeah, really, really gorgeous. It isn't super heavy. I think I probably could cope with something a bit more intense than this. So I'm going to have a little see, because they have loads in this range. So I'm going to see if they have one which is a bit more, gives me a bit more oomph. But if you are looking for a kind of, you know, everyday hair mask, something that's not super intense treatment and also really affordable, then check this out, because like I say, it's lasting me ages, and they say you can use it like just as a, you know, a bit of an extra nourishment on your hair when it's dry. I haven't really used it as that. I have used it as a leave it in when it's like leave it in mask when my hair is dry, so I'll lather this up and then go walk the dog or something and then come back and wash my hair. Done that. Gorgeous. That worked really well. But yes, you can use it for lots of different things, and it is just, yeah, does a really, really good job, and for the price, very impressed. And that's everything. I hope you have enjoyed this little nosy into my beauty favourites. If you have, then I would love it if you would give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, come and join the fun, and yeah, let me know about the fashion content. Let me know what you want to see, let me know what you are a bit sick of seeing everywhere. That's also really helpful. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.